Okay, checking out one of these end of the season shows like late summer right now, right here, 2021. Sometimes you just find a diamond in the rough. You see a gem, something you don't see a lot of. This 64 Rambler American wagon takes the bill. Caught our attention right away. Caught up with the owner. We're going to find out more about it. And your name, sir?
Mike Duffy.
Mike. Okay, fine Irishman, too. Okay. Mike, I was just totally impressed with this car. I got 1,000 questions, but we'll just start off with how long have you had it?
I've had it 4 years. When I got it, it was flat black.
Okay.
Had no chrome on it, and it was called Southern Fried.
Okay.
I bought it off a guy in Georgia.
Okay, understandable.
My buddy said he wanted to paint it. We stripped the whole car down to bare metal. We actually found another name on the doors. It was
really?
It was called Wicked Wagon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The history just popped through.
So obviously they raced it down in Georgia.
Yeah. So this was campaigned in the South then.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
And then I got it. It had a 305 in it.
Okay.
It was beat up. It barely ran. So then I bought this motor. This is a 60 over 350.
Oh, cool.
Pump gas. You know, it's got a double roller in it, a mild cam, and a set of headers.
Okay.
Turbo 350 transmission
How's
with a
the
shift kit. 355 with a posi.
Okay.
10 bolt.
I was going to say 10 or 12
The
bolts.
front axle's out of a 49 half-ton pickup truck.
No shit. Okay.
And the rear end's out of a Nova.
Okay. How is it? How stable is it with the axle and the leaf springs on the front?
I drove it here. I live in Aurora.
Oh, okay.
And I drove it here.
You get on the interstate with
this.
I
drive this everywhere.
Not to mention it was raced in this configuration too.
Yeah.
Obviously, probably turned, who knows, maybe 11-second ET.
Probably could have been.
You know, could have been. So, anyhow, blown away. By the way, my compliments on your selection of color. That looks like a metallic GM color, but am I wrong or right on that?
It's actually a 64 color.
Okay.
And I think it's GM.
Okay.
But the white is AMC, and the paint scheme is actually from 64.
Okay. Yeah, because they did a lot with white and cream tops back then.
Right.
This two-tone was still going on. Let's see, you took us through the drivetrain. Now, because this car was raced, is there a roll cage or roll bar in there?
No roll cage. The back seat is the original seat that was in the car. I just had it reupholstered.
Good.
It still has the original door panels.
Wow.
From 64.
Wow.
We just put the bucket seats in it because the front seat that was in it was just destroyed.
Yeah.
And
that's cool. You got a little creature comfort going on in there. And I mentioned about the roll bars, but when you stop and think how heavy duty these were built up in Kenosha, a wagon with all those posts and stuff.
Sure.
That's a pretty stout roof on that car. So, yeah.
It's a gas to drive. I enjoy driving it.
So you put 93 octane in there or something like that?
I could run 87 because it's a flat top pistons.
Yeah, okay.
But right now I've got 93 in it.
Okay.
Just because of the long ride.
Okay. And a last question, because I don't want to tie you up, but do you able to? I know you're coming from out in Aurora. Are you able to make a lot of shows each year? Or?
I was at a show last weekend, 111th, just on the other side of Harlem, behind the police station.
Oh, okay. Heard about that one. Okay.
As often as I can, I'll come back here.
Absolutely.
Because I was born and raised in the city.
Okay.
And
Southside Irish, huh?
Yeah. 36th in California is where I grew up.
Gotcha. All right,
and then 5 years ago, I moved out to Aurora.
Okay.
For my wife, she got transferred out to Plainfield.
Oh, okay.
So instead of her doing the commute back and forth.
That's quite a drive.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for stepping up. I know we walked up to him cold, but it was such a nice car. We thought we got to know more about him. Grab a hand. Enjoy this car every time you bring it out.
Thank you very much.
Man. All right, stay with us. We got more coming. We deliberately were waiting for you to snack down and dinner and jump in here and introduce ourselves, All right, Scott, I'm looking at a big success here. What do you think?
I don't know, man. What's that comment? Build it and they will come?
Yeah, right. This is Field of Dreams, baby.
Yeah, right. This is my friend Bob.
Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
He's got a nice Nova here.
All right.
You know,
lay it on me, man. How did it all happen?
how did it happen? Everybody from Duke said, hey, you got to do a cruise night, got to do a cruise night, got to do a cruise night. I'm like, it's not going to be Duke's if I do it.
Yeah.
Don't think of it, because Duke's is gone.
Yeah.
And so I asked one of the aldermen, I met her, I was doing a drive
Right here in Palos Hills?
Yeah, I was, last year during COVID, a guy who turned 75, one of the cruise guys, Harold Larimore.
Oh yeah, we know Harold. With the
So-
61 Chev there?
Yeah, right. His daughter called me up on a Wednesday before. Said, hey, do you think you get some cars together and do a drive-by for my dad's birthday? Surprise him. 75 cars on a Wednesday? Yeah, we could do what we can do.
Tall order, but okay.
So then Friday she calls me up, hey, do you think you can get the fire department involved? We couldn't do it. And it was lucky because 5 minutes before we were going to pull out, the fire truck went by.
No
So they
kid,
were
never-
not. They
cue
got a
the
call.
truck.
Right.
Right.
So some lady come pulling in and she says, "Hey, nice car show." I'm like, "Oh no, this is not a car show. This is a drive-by." And
Right.
she's like, "Well, you know, we could have got this." And I'm like, "Oh, who are you?" "Well, I'm an older woman."
And that's how the introduction was made.
Right. And her daughter was in the car. And she goes, "I know you." I'm like, she looked like 17. I went, "No, you
yeah.
don't." She goes, "Yeah, I know." I'm like, "No, you don't know me."
Please,
Yeah.
please.
And she goes, "You're the guy." She goes, "You were at Duke's last night. You had the orange shirt on with the microphone interviewing
Whoa.
people." And her mom goes, "This is the guy you were talking about?" I'm like,
Whoa.
you know. So we started talking, and she says, "Well, Mickey's would benefit from having a cruise night." And I go, "If you want to do a cruise night, I'll help you, but you got to do it my way."
Yeah.
So we got permission from the landowner. Then this year he didn't want to do it. So I said to her, I said, I can't keep waiting because now there's cruise nights going on everywhere. So, and everybody kept leaning on me. I'm like, I really don't want to do another cruise night. I really don't.
Yeah.
But
Folks, I don't know about it. But go ahead.
but obviously, you see a lot of cars here that were from Duke's. I mean, you see John's Ford 500 there. Darren's got the banana down the way. You know, you see everybody here. So this is for them. It's you know, do I owe them anything? Yeah, maybe, because they supported me.
Sure.
You know, and so I talked to the pastor, and he was real cool with it. And I just asked everybody, as much as I love black lines, don't do nothing out in front of the church. I wouldn't want to come to church and see, because if that's the case, I have to be here tomorrow, and they're already teasing me that the pastor's going to say some prayers for me. But
not to mention, this is a meticulously maintained parking lot, sealed,
oh yeah, it's
painted,
numbered. Yeah, it's numbered. Yeah.
It's like,
And- And we're right across from the school.
Absolutely.
And the pastor already caught a kid trying to do drifting. He kicked him out of here.
Okay.
And
Okay.
but what you, like they said at Duke, whatever you do on Harlem is none of our business. So
Right.
you know, about 2 car spots from the stoplight. If it's green, tag it. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But no, I
that's
called
the
up.
story.
Yeah, there's like, I don't know if you guys catch the 60 Chevy up in front there.
Yes, the white one?
Yeah.
We're going to go talk to him in a minute. Right, we saw you and thought, okay, he's taking a break. He's getting something to eat. Let's grab him now, because he's a busy guy.
And I'll tell you what, that car and the other car was that, well, the Camaro is Scott. And Scott built that car for his dad and
Right.
his uncle. So it's a very interesting story. You need to go talk to them. I called Scott up and said, I'm doing a cruise night. I go, and the second, that's part of what I told the people. The first one will be a cruise night. The second one, hats off, man. It's drag night. So that's what it is. So
Okay.
I don't think the mayor is worried about it, but you know, if I was the mayor, I'd be going, I'll be arresting this guy tonight. Cause, you know, Dukes and that one guy that they're looking with the pair of glasses that started that Camaro in another Vegas for a race. I don't know about that. I don't know what happened.
All right, well, just so you're not there with the starting lights and stuff.
No, you know.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, as we wind down in 2021 and go into 2022, do you see this church venue possibly sticking? And
I wanted to, yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the front grass, okay.
I was looking in the back, everything is really nice.
Well, in the back grass, if the guys that I called and invited for drag night, if they would have came, their truck and trailers would have been parked out on there.
Okay.
Okay, that whole front lawn, we have all that too. So why wouldn't I optimize it? you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody already asked me about it. Oh, you gonna do a swap meet?
Oh Lord.
Am I gonna
Let's
do a
do one.
funny-
Let's get one done at little steps.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
But I hope that this is Palos Hills Cruise Night. I really hope that the businesses in town will get over the
And
winter
warm
time.
up this,
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, we just got permission to do this. This is, I mean, this here is. I'm very happy with the turnout. I mean,
Yes,
I
you
wish there
should
was
be.
more drag cars, but especially the old. Hey, Bill, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Scott?
And I just I really want, it's open to everybody. I mean, we got
Yeah, I
some
was gonna
imports here,
say, I got,
but they're
you
not
know.
these, 100 horsepower imports. The guy comes thrown here with a
Oh, yeah,
turbo.
the tuner
Big car.
cars.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
but as we told them, no,
Well,
nothing stupid
I'm going to be
out
honest with you. This season, from doing a lot of the reporting we were doing with AC Variety on car shows, I actually saw Teslas showing up at car shows.
Yeah, there was one Friday night. Well, I was in Crest Hill, and the guy was, talking about it, and a real nice gentleman,
Yeah, he put up a little display and an easel and all that good stuff.
Some woman picked up the board. It's like there's not enough room for groceries. I go, look in the back, man, in the trunk of the car.
Yes.
But he was at, I think it was the same guy. He was at the Worth Cruisers.
Okay.
And the car was driving by itself.
Okay, I still like to hear pistons popping in an engine.
Hey.
But, that's your baby Chevelle.
Yeah,
I got you.
I mean, that's what I want to hear too.
Right.
But there's a lot of interesting stories. You guys know there's always interesting stories behind all these vehicles. I mean, this guy here, he asked me, "Oh, you remember Big Lou?" And I go, "Belby?" Yeah. He goes, "Yeah, he was part of my car club." Well, Lou was older than I am, and these guys are talking about when Dukes was first around. They were,
that was,
I'm like, yeah, you're back
everybody's
in 70
dating themselves.
Yeah, back in '72, I'm like, dude, I was a kid at '72.
Let's not go nuts.
Yeah, I mean, here's an import. Listen how that thing sounds.
Oh yeah.
That's not just an exhaust system. There's something in that.
Yeah.
So.
Anyhow, look, I know you're having dinner here, and we just wanted to grab you in between you being busy.
Yeah.
And thanks
let
for.
Me tell everybody.
Yeah.
This was not a memorial drag night like we did at Duke's.
Yeah,
There's
traditional.
no awards. There's nothing. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to ask for donations to help the church out because I made it an opportunity for them to open the kitchen. But with COVID, they didn't want to have that responsibility.
Right.
And we got Big Nate's, and everybody loves it. But I'm going to make a collection, and it's going to go to the church. I didn't have time to get them 50-50 tickets.
No, that's okay. I mean, a collection, they know what that's about. That's how they survive. So.
And then that's the thing. I want to thank everybody especially you guys, AC Varieties, Motors a Go-Go.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I don't know if Dave Paninsky, the owner of AC Variety, tell you, we were like overbooked today.
No,
We've been going since what time this morning, Dave?
6.
6.
Yeah. Where did you start out at?
Elam.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Elam's
they
Car
had
Show.
well, actually, Scott's Garage wasn't there with the car show this year. It was just a Dutch Fest.
Oh.
They are going to have their own car show at that location in June of 2022.
Oh, okay, because of COVID.
Exactly. So, but they'll, instead of the car show being a part of Dutch Fest, it'll be sort of like car show on all that property.
Right.
So we'll see how that pans out. It's still, I don't know the inside track on that,
Right.
but I did see it advertised.
Well, he called me, and I was supposed to call him back just how busy I was. I've been calling everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that people appreciated me calling them. It's it is short notice, but like I said, the second cruise night, if it's just going to go away, we're going out big. Why not?
Yeah.
I can't top Dukes, but
No, but
I mean, we could fit Dukes up in the front.
you certainly got enough real estate here.
And you know what, Mayor, Palos Hills, thank you very much.
There you go. All right, we're gonna keep moving on. There's too much nice hardware here, and we're losing the sunlight. So,
We'll see you in a little bit.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Is that okay?
Cooper, wait, watch out. Back up. Okay, run over here fast. Jazz, stay there. I didn't want you getting the picture. Okay, thanks.
Folks, I couldn't pass up this car. Can I ask somebody about it or talk about it or?
Just ask anyone.
Oh yeah, the whole crowd. Okay. Okay, we got a family affair here with an awesome race car. This is a '60 Chevy, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm just loving it from front to back, man. It is. I'm getting this old school vibe, but you know what? Take me to the drivetrain. First of all, what's your name?
Scott.
Scott. Thanks for being on AC Variety TV here. And we do a lot of car shows, but when we run across something like this, we got to know the story behind it. First of all, how long have you had it?
We've had the car almost a year now.
Okay.
So the backstory behind it, basically.
Yeah, go for it.
My father got me involved in drag racing.
Okay.
He had been drag racing in the late 50s, early 60s. He had a 1959, which is a very similar car.
Yes.
So for 20 some
Fins and
years,
all.
I've been looking for a 59, and they're pretty much unobtainable.
Yeah.
So I came across this 60, and basically I put a tribute together for my father and my uncles that are all wrench raised that I put on there because we're all second or third generation mechanics. So I tried to put a tribute car together to thank them for helping me get involved and see the light and be with all the hot rods and all the drag racing and all this stuff. So
Well,
it
Scott,
turned into a family affair as well.
I think you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
As soon as we pulled in and we're taking the equipment out of the car, it had a sentimental touch with me right away. Just the look of the car, the lettering. Did you go off of a picture, some old pictures?
No.
You just went the way your heart felt with it.
My heart felt with it, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
you
So
knocked it out of the park, dude.
Thank you. With the 3 families, that's the names that are on the
Okay,
door.
okay.
The S&S sales, that was my father's business that he had for
Okay.
35 plus years. The D-Gas would have been the class it ran.
Right.
The 316 is my father's birthday.
I'm even looking at the period correct wheels on the
Yes,
thing. You know.
yes, yes.
You went all out.
Yeah, we're trying to make it look correct, and if you look inside of it, it actually has the old school seatbelt slide window, so there's no regulators in it like the old gassers
that's
used to have
right.
for the racing and stuff like
Wow.
that. You
Wow.
know, it's pretty much thinned out. It's bare minimum in there. We built it as a street car, so it appears to look like an old gasser car, but we're going to street drive it,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, awesome. This is like a showstopper wherever you take it, especially if it's a streetable gasser looking
Yes,
thing, you know?
yes.
It's
We've
like
gotten a lot of
all over.
attention this
Oh,
summer
yeah.
with it, I own the blue Camaro here too. That one gets attention,
Okay.
but this one gets more attention now, so,
Okay,
which is cool.
The 69 on the other side, or is that?
No,
what
the
is it?
72 here. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like a pro stock.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story with it,
All right.
And this is the first time that I've had family here from all 3 names, so that's why we're over here
this is
taking
a
a bunch of
golden
pictures.
moment.
Oh,
This
it
is a golden moment, man.
It is,
I got to say this. It was tough enough probably to find a 60 or a 59, but to find this clean of a Biscayne Series 61. Where did you find this baby?
I actually saw this car for sale like 3 years ago in Kentucky on, one of the Facebook or one of the social
one of
media
the-
deals.
yeah, yeah.
And then I saw it come available north of the Chicagoland area, and the money was way more reasonable. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we bought it as it was a turnkey, so it started and ran. But I've gone through pretty much from top to bottom since I've had it to make sure it's reliable for driving on the street.
Okay.
The story behind it is it came out of Tennessee.
All right.
Supposedly the guy that owns Tennessee Sausage was the original owner of this car.
No kidding, I've heard
and
of
then
that.
it was handed down to one of his maintenance guys, bought it, and then it went through a number of hands, and everybody kind of put a little touch on it. And then, when we got it, we put our own touches on it and changed some stuff around on it too to make it look even more period correct.
Yeah, and it, like I said, you knocked it out of the park. And before I walk away, can you take me through the drivetrain?
Yeah, it's 327 small block Chevy motor in it.
Okay.
It's a 4-speed. It's a Saginaw 4-speed in it.
Okay.
456 posi rear end in it. So the engine realistically is probably only a 300 horse engine. It's nothing crazy. It's got a tunnel ram on it, so it looks good. It sounds good. It's got a big lumpy cam in it, but it's very drivable and it runs on pump gas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just in thinking old school drivetrains and stuff, this car should turn some 1325.
Yeah. I'm figuring we're probably in the low 14s, high 13s the way
Yeah.
it's set.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've got plans to do some upgrades. We're going to put different trans in.
Which
and
makes
stuff,
it
so.
very streetable, but yet throw you back in the seat
Right.
when you want to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Anyhow.
the first street car I've had since 1996. We've been
Wow.
drag racing since '94, and this is the
Okay.
first legitimate street car I've had
Okay.
since we started. So,
When these guys were partnered up, what area of the metro area did they?
so they were all Palos.
No kidding.
Yep,
So
yep,
this is
yep.
blue-blooded, man.
Within 2 miles of where we're standing.
Wow,
here.
I am
That's
very.
where they were all
I had
at,
no
so.
idea if you were going to say north side, south side,
No, everybody
southern
within
Illinois.
Palos. Yep.
Dude, that is a great. This is a human story here.
And my father was one, like you see the pictures, obviously, of the amphitheater, 62, 63.
Oh, yeah.
He raced his
Yes.
59 at the amphitheater,
Wow.
Oswego, and US 30.
Wow.
So, this just kind of puts it all together in one
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah.
So,
Anyhow, listen, I'm going to thank you. I know you're with your family, and you guys were in the middle of a photo session here. Thank you. I'm going to grab a hand, dude.
All right.
Thanks for stepping
you.
up and
Thanks for
sharing
stopping
this
by.
story.
appreciate it.
And keep up the good work. We'll look for you every time we look for a car show and we recognize this car. So
All right. Thank
take
you very
care
much.
now. You bet. Thanks, folks.
That's the car from my dad. That one right on the end right there.
The gold,
Yeah.
That's your dad?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I got.
Okay, cool.
So I've been working the dent since.
That's lovely. Okay. Okay, we just came off of a yellow 55 Chevy that needs no introduction. I'd be hard pressed to figure out a car show in the Midwestern area, especially the Chicagoland area, that you don't see this car occasionally. We're going to find out a little bit more about the folks that campaign this car, and that would be Tony and Taylor. And here they are at the "Do Not Enter" sign. You know, hey, how you doing tonight, Tony?
Good, how you doing?
Okay, real good. And
Good.
Taylor, did you need a little coaching to come out here?
No.
I must have had a memory lapse on that one. Okay, right. Anyhow, I gotta tell you, how long have you? I know you've had several cars in your career, and how long have you been campaigning this particular yellow 55, and sort of what took it to get it to where it is today?
We've owned this car several times. It's one of those
Really?
cars I sell, buy back, sell, buy back.
Okay.
So every time.
No, you go jump
Every
in, guys.
time we buy it back, we drive farther and pay more to get it. So I said this is the last time. We're done. We're keeping it now. Yeah.
How do you keep tracks on its whereabouts as it changes hands?
We just get lucky and happen to find it.
I don't know.
Wow.
It just works out.
I thought there's no hidden homing device in the.
No, there's no tracker on it. Yeah.
Once I sell it,
I don't know.
once I sell it, I don't plan on buying it back. It just
Okay.
happens that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, obviously, every time you've owned it, you guys have done your personal touches to it.
Yeah.
And then when you get it back, is it a little different?
Usually it's the same, and we just put more money back into it the second.
I
Every
can see
time.
you're thrilled about that
Every
one.
time. I'm so used to it. Nature of the beast, I guess, right?
But it's a looker, and you guys are synonymous with that car. That car
you.
shows up, folks know who you are.
It's fun.
And what you're all. There you go.
It is. It's a lot of
Okay,
fun.
I know it's pricey,
Yeah, it's a good hobby. It's a lot of fun.
Okay,
We travel.
okay.
We go, out of state with it. She's a good driver. Drive all over with it. So
but really, so
it's fun.
no big thing to hop on the interstate and make a show 150 miles from here.
We're leaving for Mississippi Tuesday morning.
And all I said was 150.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that's about
Mississippi.
900 one way.
Yeah, I
So,
have family
yeah.
in Birmingham,
Yeah.
so yeah, and I know
Going
that's
straight south.
800.
Yeah.
So
All the way to the
All the
ocean,
way to the ocean.
and we're down there
Wow.
for 2 weeks, and it's our everyday car when we're down there.
She'll go to Walmart. She'll go to the mall. She's our car. So
wow,
Yeah.
the locals must be nuts
Yeah.
about when they see you guys.
it's a lot of fun. It's cool cruising the back roads in Mississippi or other states. No trailer, Illinois
Yeah.
license plate.
Oh, all of that.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like a story in
It is.
itself.
It's a lot of fun.
I think you'll be okay. It was the last weather map I saw. The hurricanes are kind of going a different way. So
Pray for us.
you will be. Yes,
Yeah.
you will be. This could outrun a hurricane. So, I mean,
Let's hope so.
I'd like to think that.
Yeah, right.
I'd
After
like to
all
think
this
that.
time.
Yeah.
Anyhow, just again, so glad you stepped up, talked to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're definitely the first family of cruises, especially not just the Chicago area, but like all over. And we're gonna run over here real fast because I know this is your dad over on this
Yes.
side, right?
Yep.
And I've
Yes.
always admired that 7-liter Ford, and I hope we can get him in a
It's
say
got-
hi
It's
anyhow.
got a good story. Ask him about the story. He'd love to
Okay,
tell you.
okay.
Yeah, it's got a good story.
Okay, love it. In
For
the
sure.
meantime, you guys, you're gonna have a great trip down in
Thank you.
Mississippi.
Thank you.
A great 2021, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
God bless and take care.
You too.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You bet. Stay with us. We got more coming right over there.
What do you mean? He would like an Italian sausage.
Thank you.
You want fries with that?
Sure.
Season?
Yeah.
We'll get the like paprika.
It's all right.
What's that? Baked beans or coleslaw?
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
How you doing? Uh-oh.
All right.
Can I get a regular beef, no sauce, pulled pork, and another beef sandwich with barbecue sauce?
You're getting a bowl part.
Coleslaw or beans?
What's that?
Coleslaw or beans?
Coleslaw or
Beans.
at all?
Beans.
Yeah.
At all of them.
Wow, Scott, we have it documented here. You do buy food for people. This is amazing. You saw it here right on AC Variety. And we're hanging.
That's a good guy.
We're hanging with Clem here with Scott McCauley, and you can see our Instagram at instagram.com/hangingwithclem. We're moving up, baby.
All right.
I'll see you soon.
All right, thanks.
You owe us, man. You
All
owe
right.
us.
I bought this car when he was born.
Well,
That's
I got
my
it.
son.
Right. Okay. Okay, as promised, we just got through talking with Tony, but now we got the inside track on his dad's 7-liter Ford. First of all, your name?
Chuck.
Chuck. Okay. You told me a little something off camera about when you bought this car. Hit the audience again with that.
Spring of '74, March. He was born March of '74.
Wow.
We bought
Unbelievable.
Bought it as a grocery getter.
Yeah.
My wife used to drive this to Jewel.
No kidding. You must have got it there fast with the big block in there.
Well,
you know.
we drove it for a while, and then we started showing it. We showed it for 5 years
Okay.
at World of Wheels.
Okay.
But at that time, it was everything was chromed and done, but the car is in its original condition, interior-wise, everything.
That's what, you know, first of all, it's a rare looker, 7-liter
Yeah,
Galaxies, you know.
This is what Ford did. Look at it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Are those seats original?
Yep. Everything on the car is original.
Wow. Look at the original interior in there. Were those leather inlays in those seats?
Everything.
Wow.
And then that seat's a recliner.
Okay.
That's a 6-way power seat.
Wow. I'm looking at even the stainless and chrome trim around the backs of the seats.
Right.
They were built, man.
It's got AM, FM. It's got factory disc brakes.
Wow.
Dual quads. Wooden steering wheel.
No, blown away with what this package entailed. You know.
We do know it was it was an ordered car. Well,
Right.
The guy at that time, he had ordered it, but he ordered the things that he wanted.
Okay.
And like I said, when I found it, it was just a car to cruise the neighborhood in.
Yeah.
And he was a baby. You know, he rode in the back seat in a car bed.
Yeah.
And then he grew up, and now he's on his own with his cars.
Love it.
But I've kept this car like you see it. Of course, updates, you know, change this, change that.
Sure.
Back to the original Ford stuff. But to get one of these with a recliner and a 6-way, who the heck orders a 6-way power
You know,
seat?
half of the things you mentioned, I didn't even know were an option
They
back
were.
in the day.
66 and 67 had, 66 was really the only 7-liter. 67, they made a few hundred of them, barely. And they all came with Kelsey Hayes disc brakes.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause you had to
special
stop
rims.
this baby.
Oh yeah. So this is what this one had.
Wow,
And,
love it.
Like I said, even this is a pull-out headrest. It's built into the seat.
Wow, look at that. I can see the brake in the seam in it. Yeah. Wow.
So we managed to keep it going. 5 years I showed it.
Yeah.
But then now age is taking its toll, and we're starting to get, you know, but nothing you can do about it.
No, but still to have this out and about. I'm sure that you go to shows that there's people that show up and go, oh my God, I didn't even know that Ford made a 7-liter, you know.
I've got guys right now that are older guys, like us.
Okay.
And they come up and they go, I remember a car like this at World of Wheels in the 70s.
No kidding. That could very well have been your car.
It was.
Yeah.
There are none of these around.
To tell you the truth, and I mentioned this to your son a few months ago. I saw him in another car show, but yeah, let's shut that baby. Anyhow, the only other person I ever knew that had a red 7-liter, had a 7-liter period,
Yeah.
and it would happen to be the same color red as this one, is he was a wedding photographer working for Artland Studios in Evergreen Park. And that's the only other one, other than yours, that I've ever seen.
There are Galaxies around. Like I said, there's only I think 680 of these left on the registry.
Wow.
And
wow.
So, like I said, he'll stay with me until I depart, and then Tony will take it. And when
it's in good hands. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's in good hands, and it's family, you know. So.
Like I said, we used to drive when my wife was alive. We used to go to Indianapolis, Kalamazoo, Berrien Springs. We traveled in the car.
Sure.
But I don't do that no more. I just stay out local. Go to Addison. Go to Blue Top Drive-In. Go to
Sure.
But it's the same thing. It's just not something you see very often.
No, and that's why we wanted to come up and talk to him. We just to talk to your son and his wife.
If you find a 67, oh wow.
Yeah, that's even golden.
Rare,
huh?
yeah.
All right.
So, but it's still all intact. And Ford was always generous with their interior designs.
Yes, they were. They were off. They did kick GM's butt with that, really, totally. You know.
And you figure, the car was how old now, and the seats are still in good shape.
Yes.
And the door
again,
panels,
the quality.
It lasted.
How many late models will still have leather like we just looked at in that car? Anyhow, I'm going to run only because we got a couple more to do when the sun's going down. But thank you for stepping up. This is a story, a family story in itself.
Well, like I said, I got him started with his Hot Wheels and
yeah.
continued on from there.
Okay.
So,
thank you again. You bet. Okay, we're back on the beat here, and we're trying to utilize the sun before it goes down, but we just walked on an awesome 68 Camaro.
67.
67, I'm sorry I didn't get to look at that front grille. Yes, the window. You didn't.
The vent windows.
Did this have the Astro ventilation or something?
That came on 68.
That was 68,
Yeah.
okay, so this is my fooler.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the 67, and usually the taillights and the front grille, it says it all, but the body style is first generation, it's classic, it's beautiful. First of all, your name?
Adam.
Adam, how long have you had this beauty?
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, when I look at it, when I see old pictures in Hot Rod of the Pro Stocks back in the day, this is like the poster child for a Pro Stock.
Yeah, I try to basically make it nostalgic, and that's what I grew up with back in the day on Archer Avenue.
Oh, God. I heard all kind of stories about Archer Avenue.
That's where our car club was originally from.
Okay,
You know, so,
okay. You guys didn't take any prisoners down there, right?
It was fun. They even watered the streets to get rid of us back then, you know, so we couldn't race off the lights. But basically, I did most of the work. It's just the paint. I bought it with this paint job. It's an older paint job.
Okay.
I'd say about from 99, 2000. And
I'm
basically,
going to be honest with you, that's not bad.
I buff it. I try to keep it up.
It's gorgeous.
It needs a little bit of, you know, it could use it, you know. But the rear end, the motor, the interior, that's all me, and a friend Frank helped me do some welding on the back.
Okay.
Make everything legal for the track even, so I can have some fun with it.
Well, you know what? At this point, take me through the drivetrain if you can. Obviously, I'm going to guess it's a big block.
No, it's a small
really?
block. I'm a
okay,
small block
impress
freak.
Me. No, that's okay. Little
small blocks are. Had to wait for that.
Yeah.
Small blocks are making a big comeback even against big blocks, as you see even on TV. It's the new thing for some. They're adding turbos, blowers. That's a 671 on there.
Wow.
Twin carburetors.
Gotcha.
It's a small block 350, not 383 like a lot of people got.
It's
30
not a stroker.
Over.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I get more hours, I feel, out of the 350.
Okay.
Where I had a 383 in the past and I just couldn't fly the hours with it.
Interesting.
And that's a 9-inch Ford rear end with a locker.
Just going to ask you, is that a 12-bolt Chevy back there?
No, it's stronger.
Yeah.
It's a 9-inch Ford. Sorry, Chevy guys. I'm a Chevy guy.
That's okay, but
you know, the Danas and the 9s are heavy duty.
You just said it all. The Danas and the 9s are the...
Right.
And how many generations has that been the choice for rear ends, you know?
That started back in the old days with Oldsmobile, believe it or not. They had a stronger than GM and other products. And a lot of guys used to run an Oldsmobile back
Boy, that's news to me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know, man.
And then later the Dana 60 took over.
Yeah.
And then the 9-inch Ford became so popular because it takes less horsepower to turn it than a Dana. And it's a little lighter. You know, so you get more out of it when your horsepower is being, you know, go through the drivetrain. Yeah. So basically, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you tell me what the trans was? It might have skipped my mind.
Oh, that's it's a racing street track 400 turbo.
Okay.
With a line lock, you know.
Okay.
So I can use it like a clutch, as other people do.
Okay.
You bring up the R's, press the button, and boom.
You launch.
Know.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have, because automatics nowadays, compared to the 70s and before, the 4-speed was the way to go.
Yeah.
And now with the automatics and transmissions on all these cars now, they outdo the 4-speeds.
You know, back in the day, everybody, you know, nothing like a 4-speed for a hole shot.
Yes.
But things have come a long way.
They've come a long way, and you can't outshift it. You know, they're quicker, you know, compared to clutching it. And I'm not talking the big race cars with all the fancy clutches.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm talking street stuff
Yeah,
now, more lower track maybe. And basically, like I says, most people, this was originally a 4-speed car.
Okay.
I took it out.
Okay.
Put an automatic in, you know, and it was a V8 car originally, and the color was an off-white instead of white.
Okay.
You know.
That's a very brilliant white.
Yeah, some people call it Snow White, but I'm not sure exactly.
A couple of questions. Oh, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt in the middle of it.
Oh no, I was just going to say the paint job is old though, you know.
Okay.
So, and the graphics was on there. I did all the chrome because there was no bumper on it. The chrome was painted white. Everything was painted white. I don't know why the previous owner did that. I got the car from Kentucky, so I don't know.
Okay.
But like I says, I put the chrome back on it the way it should be.
Yeah, and it complements very well.
It does. Chrome makes it classic.
Oh
yes.
yeah, and it's the look of the car and the air of the car. Go ahead.
The only thing is, these are the only tires I had available. I didn't want to drive with slicks, so these are the Super Trick. You know,
are those Krager Super Tricks? Or they?
You know what? I'm not even sure. I think they're American racing.
They look similar.
Yeah, they're very similar. The bottom line is, I got nice ones at home, but I didn't get new tires yet for it.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to drive with the slicks.
No,
so
I don't blame you.
This is what got thrown on there, just to get
All
here.
Right. Well, it's a beautiful appearance, and before we walk away, I just want to ask about that roll bar. Is that a bar or a cage in there, or is that tied into the
Yes,
to
it
the
is.
unibody?
Yeah, it's to a frame. It's got supports underneath, steel that go from the front to back of the car, and it goes right down into
boy,
it.
this is built. Yeah. This is built right.
It's basically all the way.
Well, look at that, beautiful, man. That's the way to do it.
Through, and it goes all the way through, and that's a cheetah shifter.
Yeah.
You don't miss with that. It's got dual fans, big aluminum radiator. I put a tilt column in there so I can tilt the wheel.
Okay.
Because the old rack was bad, so it just had to
go.
go.
Yeah, it's comfort while you're going down.
But I left everything steel in stock.
Okay.
So it's not
That
all
was going to be my last question before I walked away. Now that hood is glass, right?
The hood is glass and the spoiler is glass. Everything else is all steel, and that's why I can't flip it open. I can if you want, but
no, don't.
It doesn't have.
I see you got your turnbuckles on there.
Yeah, the lockdowns as they call them.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and it's got a fuel cell, 15-gallon in the trunk.
Smart move too.
Man,
if somebody was going to dream of '67, you brought it there.
Well, I like the nostalgic, old school more than I like some of the modern stuff that they're doing today, like the gangster 22-inch rims. I don't care for that look.
Thank you, brother. I'm with you on that.
And I don't mind tinted windows, but, you know, don't overdo it, I say, on nostalgic cars, you know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, smoke is good, but not too much. It just let people see the interior, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with you.
But the only thing is, I sold the stock seats for more comfort. And so when I had the harnesses on it, they got the holes that go through right to your shoulders with these seats. You see the top that's got the...
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So that makes it a little different.
All right, those look like super comfortable.
They're comfortable. They are. They're very comfortable. And I put in a new rug and a flame retardant underneath in case the trans should ever blow up and a fire starts. And that's got a carbon fiber over the transmission, so I don't lose no toes if it explodes.
Yeah.
So
just like the old.
The carbon fiber costs a lot, but your foot is worth it, believe me.
No, absolutely. And I'm thinking back in the day, the 4-speeds with the Lakewood scatter shield.
I had that back in the day.
Yes. I knew if you were a street racer, you did.
Traction bars, the scatter shield, those were old schools. Yes, I had all that. And it really, you need them. Safety first, guys. Believe me.
I heard years ago all kind of horror stories of things that happened at US 30 that were unfortunate, could have been avoidable.
Yeah, I was there the one time when a girl got the flywheel or part of the clutch shot out of it and got her in the stands. She died there.
Wow.
They couldn't do nothing because there was no scatter shield.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of racetracks bring in new rules, like the window nets, the roll bars, protection on the transmission regardless what you run. Even when I did the fuel cell in the back, the bottom has to have steel under it.
Really?
So if it kicks up rocks, it doesn't go into your tank and puncture it and cause maybe a problem.
Yeah.
Also, a shutoff for your gas has to be put in the rear.
Visible and be able to pull it.
So any emergency crew can shut it off.
Got it.
Power. So if gas is spilled, the sparks can't start a fire.
Okay, so you're cutting the spark and
cut it off completely.
yeah.
The battery's here, your fuel cell's here. Underneath you have the steel to protect it from underneath any rocks that should come up or anything.
Okay. Before I walk away, I was just looking down to see if you had the backup lights down there, or
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, that I don't have. I don't know if I have the exact right lenses on it.
No, I
'cause
think you. I
on
think you
4
do, because I
speeds-
think that was an option.
No,
anyhow.
on 4 speeds they usually had the reverse light here.
Okay,
But
that's what I thought, but
It
I,
could have been changed by previous owners because I was,
yeah.
that
all
I
of
don't know. And since I don't really need it, reverse lights to be
I was
honest
gonna
nowadays,
say.
I didn't do and replace.
No, yeah, you're right.
But that's what I remember back in the day. That 4 speeds always had the reverse lights
All right,
here.
yeah.
Automatics had little ones here.
Yeah.
But I can't say for sure. I'm sure someone else would probably correct me on that.
Yeah. Anyhow, listen, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand. Dude, thanks
All
for
right.
stepping up.
You're welcome.
Appreciated the story behind the car, and our audience at home, I know, loved it too. So
No problem.
All right,
Thank you
thanks
for
again.
your
Have a great time every time you bring this car out and show
Yeah, I do. It's a lot of fun, people.
it. Yeah, right. Okay, again, this show is super. As you know, it was put together sort of at the last minute, but yet the participations are off the top. And we're seeing stuff we've never seen before. And we ran into the food truck guy who's got some excellent food, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Nate, right?
Nate, yes.
Nate, okay. And then we come to find out he owns this awesome 62. We got to know more about it, right? So bring us there, Nate. I mean, I'm looking at a big block Chevy,
It was my
right?
little brother's car. I bought
Okay.
it for him when he was like 14. We've had it for like 30 years in the family.
Okay.
And it had an old dripping oil 350 in it, so I put a 468 in it and did some other stuff, as you see.
Yeah, I'd say the blower and the big Hollies
Yeah.
on top is substantial.
Yeah, it's got a 400 turbo trans in it, and it's got a 373 rear end, just mild.
That's good though. You can.
Yeah,
It's drivable.
Ronnie Veffron did the rear end, and it runs good. Like I said, it's about 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
But it's
Now,
just a street car.
Do you did you change rear end? Do you have like a 12-bolt rear end? Or?
Yes, got a 12-bolt
Okay,
rear end in it.
okay.
It's got a decent rear end in it. But
Okay.
like I said, it's just got the still stock bench seat that I redid, put a new headliner in it.
That's what I'm
dressed it up.
I'm loving it. The two-door sedan post model, and
We
this
drive
is
it.
This is a Bel Air, right?
Yes, my
Okay.
son's 14 and he's just waiting for another year to get his permit, and Dad probably ain't gonna get to drive it much more.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's probably salivating, like
He is.
right.
But he's got a Harley and he's got lots of stuff. He just needs to get a license.
Yeah, and all about that.
Right.
But did you? Here, I didn't get a. Let's walk in the front. I really didn't get a good look at the front here.
Yeah, we painted the car, but it was like 30 years ago. It
I
needs
was
to be
just gonna
painted.
say
Me
how
and my little brother
that is a
painted it.
nice deep black.
House of Colors. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they don't even use that anymore, so.
No, it is an awesome color.
Yeah, it came out.
If you would have told me earlier that paint job is 30 years old, I'd
30
never
years
believed
old, yeah. And actually, a film crew, they were making a movie where I was at one time, and they dropped the lighting, fell on
No
it.
kidding. Son of a.
I was like, right on. But it needs some stuff, this needs to be hid and whatever. But
Yeah.
like I said, I drive it. It's a cool old car,
No,
just to cruise around.
For a cruise driver,
Yeah.
seasonal.
It's dependable. It's a good,
beautiful.
solid car. It's got a good trans, good rear end, no power steering, no power brakes. So it's a real car.
Yeah. You can wrestle with it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and before I walk away, what kind of exhaust system you got going to the back?
It's got a 3-inch exhaust.
Okay.
My buddy custom did the exhaust. It's got
Okay.
3-inch all the way from the headers back. And
I
they come out
figured
in front of the tires.
to get that baby to breathe.
Oh, it breathes.
So
Yeah, it breathes. You want me to fire it up for you?
Hey, why not?
It's interesting.
Hey, boss, can we do that or? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a quick fire up here. We're gonna get by the pipe. Like the cam you got in there too, man.
Yeah, it runs good.
That sounded really.
It's healthy.
You got
Like I
that big
said.
block going, man.
Yeah, it's just an old door slammer, but you know what? I really enjoy it. We've had it like in the family forever, so it's a
Okay.
fun car.
And that brings us as we're walking away, and I'm surprised your team didn't call you into the food truck here to help out. So How long you been in the food truck business?
I've been smoking meat for about 30 years. I've been in
Wow.
this for like 2 years. I bought the food truck because I was going to do a restaurant, and then of course we had this stuff going on. I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew.
Absolutely.
So. But the food truck is unbelievable. It's really rocking.
Okay.
And you guys come by and eat when you're ready. I'll hook you up.
I appreciate it.
Come
Thank
by
you.
and take care.
Nate, okay, we're going
And
to
thank
take a
you
break
guys.
shortly.
I appreciate it.
Okay. We're going to get some, you bet. We're going to get some footage on the side of Nate's truck here.
All right, I got
He's
one.
guarding the food truck.
Yeah, hold on. Come here. All right, hey, Clem, I got somebody you need to interview. I got a female in street race.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
We're gonna take a break with Nate in a minute here too. Okay. We're walking with Scott. Scott is like the forward PR guy. Not only does he put an event like this together, he hooks you up with interviews, and some of them are very interesting, you know. And so we're gonna see what he's just pulled out of his hip pocket on this one. So.
Well, this is about drag racing, and
okay.
So many people said we didn't really have a lot of drag cars here, but there are cars here that, let's put it this way, they look factory, you wouldn't want to mess with them. But
okay.
We have a woman over here.
Really?
Yeah, she got a Pontiac, and she's already street raced. Let's come on over here.
Okay, let's see what's going on. We got a good audio back there. This is an interesting story evolving. And we got little Rolling Stones playing Satisfaction in the background there. I did not know it was you, I swear. We were can't you give us a couple of minutes? I had the baby too. And the whole family.
One time. Hey, no offense. You do it one car here.
Okay.
You pregnant or you drive late. You did it.
Okay. Scott just brought us up to, I mean, she actually is a familiar face. She's ran away from us a couple of times. And her daughter's probably like, Mommy, what's those strange guys with the camera? But we're going to get some names of mom and daughter here. You are?
Alyssa.
Alyssa and?
Haley.
Haley. Okay, Haley with the beautiful blue eyes. And we got anybody else here you want to give a shout out to or say hello to? But
Nah, my husband, Jerry. He drives the Camaro.
Hey Jerry, how you doing? Just want to say hey.
Hey.
Okay, it's a family deal. Racing always is. You know. So, kind of run me through what do we got behind me here?
This is our G8. This is the family grocery getter.
Okay. It looks like you get back and forth from Jewel pretty fast.
Pretty quick.
That's no grocery getter. That's not factory from the dealership.
Yes. Is that a KV type thing, a cold air induction? But run me through what kind of intake that is, that induction.
Typical LSA setup.
Oh, okay. I gotta ask, was this built in Australia?
No, it's all American.
Okay.
With the baby seat in the back.
Okay, that is truly all American right there, right?
700 horse to the tire with a baby seat in the back.
I love it. Well, you weren't kidding about going to the store, right?
No.
No, the reason I said that is I forgot the name of the GM-owned company that is
Holden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's based after, but no, it's a Pontiac.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I heard a rumor that Holden was building GTOs for Pontiac for a while in the era, but
I don't know how technical it gets from that aspect.
Okay.
You know?
No, I'm taking your word for it. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I just got to ask, if you were to do a standing quarter mile, what do you think?
Low tens, we'll say.
Are you seriously?
Yeah.
I am really impressed. Is that with you driving or your wife driving?
I don't want to just hop in and smash the gas and go.
So really, it's not. It's just keep it in. The trans will do everything you want it to, and you just aim it.
Yeah, put in drive, point, shoot, and floor it.
Wow, and I'm sure she can read the tree really well too. So
yeah.
We'll give her that.
Her reaction time's better.
Yeah. Okay, I hope you're getting her laughing off camera. It's good. Anyhow, thanks for both of you guys for stepping up. I know Scott came up cold, we were doing an interview earlier with Tony and Taylor, and you were friends with them, and she walked away.
Yeah, they live down the street from us.
Oh, okay.
So
It's all family again.
the whole neighborhood's a racing family. There's burnouts everywhere in our neighborhood.
She's like, I can picture the street now. You know what I mean? It's probably got black stripes all over it.
Yeah.
But okay, your neighbors must love you. You know, right?
They do. They think it's cool.
Unless they're all car people as well, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Anyhow, listen, I'm gonna grab a handshake, dude. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for giving us the update. Thanks, Scott, for hooking us up, and thank you for being so cooperative. Enjoy this car every time. It looks like you do every time you bring it out.
Yeah, we do. It's fun.
Okay,
It's easy.
you got it. Thanks again.
Yep.
Stay with us. We got more coming. Okay, as we're walking through, and of course we're fighting the sun down, although this lot has some pretty decent LED lights, we ran across a black 57 that just epitomizes cruising, street racing, the whole generation, and we found the owner. We're going to find a little bit more about it. And your name, sir?
Nick.
Nick. Can we walk over to the 57? And I'm salivating here. I love this car. First of all, dude, how long have you had it?
I bought this car December 4th last year. So I
You're kidding.
Haven't had it very long, but
dude, I was expecting like a big, a 30-year type thing in the family.
Well, I sold my other 57 to buy this one. So,
okay.
So I took my own advice. I bought a car that was done.
Okay. I don't know how many guys I've heard say that through the years. If I had it all to do over again, I'd do the turnkey thing.
Yep.
But let me tell you something, dude. You have a gem here. I'm looking at the original air cleaner, the brass radiator, wow. Where did you find this baby?
She came from Onslow County, North Carolina.
Wow, a Southern car.
Yep, it belonged to the Onslow County Sheriff.
No kidding. Okay, first of all, this looks like it had a lot of options on it for 57. Can we go down the side there? I'm assuming that's a 283 with a Deuce Rochester on it, or
283 power pack with the optional WCFB carburetor.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay, this guy got it juiced up a little bit for 57 here. All right, and again, I'm looking at your trim package on here with the Bel Air. Accent pieces, the spinners on the hubcaps. I'm just loving it. Now, as far as you know, what's the story on that interior? It looks pretty original.
Okay, seats have been recovered, but the door panels, headliner, sun visors, that's all original from 57.
Wow.
This car just hit 25,000 miles.
Dude, I'm in shock.
The paint you're looking at is from 1975.
Wow, that is a beautiful deep black. And I would have never guessed that longevity on the paint.
Yeah.
It's great. Looking at our reflections in the fender right now.
Yep, that's Carolina Shine.
Yeah. Can we head back there? Is again the hardtop model, the beautiful window trim roof line, stainless around there, just sets it off. Now, are these a factory fender skirt?
No, 1957, there were no fender skirts available from Chevrolet.
Okay, this is because I've heard. Thank you. You're an expert. You've had a 57 before. I'm glad I asked because I've heard both, and I'm thinking I don't know what the truth is.
No, all fender skirts for 1957 were aftermarket accessories. The last factory fender skirt was 1954 on a Chevrolet, and then they didn't come back until 1967.
Okay. All right. Good. Great news. The other thing is the radio antenna slanted angle, extra cool. Was that available back in?
So that was an option, but this car originally had the antenna up on the fender.
Okay.
That one was put there.
Okay.
By the previous owner.
Looking cool. Of course, in that era, guys did that. They also, in some cases, put dual antennas in the back.
Correct. The dual antennas were available, and the dual antennas, one was real, one was a dummy.
That was another mystery question solved. I always thought, what is there, a cable running across the top of the trunk?
No, it was.
All right, so one's a clone and one's a.
It was just there for ornamentation.
Okay, and can we walk to the back there for a minute? And I'm just curious of the, again, the gold. I'm going to call it gold anodized trim pieces, Chevrolet emblem, the V.
Yes.
Just total set off, man.
Exclusive to the Bel Air.
Okay, and now. Tell me about a backup light option, if there was.
Yes, backup lights were still optional in 57, which this one does not have.
Right, I just noticed, I kind of leaned over as you were talking. But some of the nice pieces, of course, the stainless block that they put in where the backup lights would be always looks cool. The clamshell exhaust extensions with the bow tie emblem on there is killer. Now, where'd you find those?
Not correct for 57.
No, but
those are, I believe those are 55.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that.
But they suit the car. The trunk edge guard was another option that this car has. That's kind of rare.
I was just going to ask you about that. Is that an aftermarket piece, or was that an option from?
That's
7?
an option. That's a Chevrolet
it is.
option
It really
piece.
is a beautiful set off on this car because, of course, it picks up on your Bel Air package in the in between there too. I just don't know what to say other than you've had it such a short amount of time. And by the way, is the trunk and the spare as clean as the rest of the?
Clean. This car has all the original sheet metal. It's never been patched. This car has the original floors, quarters, rockers, floor braces.
Wow.
It's
Oh
never
my
been
God.
patched. It
Oh
was.
my God. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody talks about the 57 convertible or to get the that. I would rather have this body style with this hardtop. I don't know why. It's just look down the side right now. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. When they drew up this car, they got it right.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Era gone by. And here, if we can walk up to the front one more time. Is this like a 2-speed power glide type automatic in there?
Yeah, so she's 283 power pack. She's a 2-speed cast iron power glide.
Okay.
I did get into the rear axle on the car. I installed a 411 posi track.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah. Makes it...
yes, you must accelerate like big time.
I'm on the north side, and it makes it real peppy to driving around the city.
Okay, no, that's a fast acceleration off of a traffic light, and if you need to get in and out of traffic fast, this is the way to go.
Great
now,
for getting around town.
Yeah, I bet. How is it turning that big old steering wheel?
Oh, it's great. Yeah. It's when they're set up with the proper alignment and they don't have the big tires on the front.
Right.
You can turn it with 2 fingers.
And again, the last thing I want to say is everything just looks it's period correct down to the tires. Loving the white walls and all that too. So.
Yep, bias belted tires.
You got it. Anyhow, at this point, I want to thank you for taking the time. I know you were chilling with your friends there. You guys came up from the north side all the way to the extreme southern suburbs here. But I'm telling you, it was worth the trip just to see this car. I'm sure everybody enjoyed to stop by and talk to you today too.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna grab a hand, dude. Enjoy it every time you bring it out. All right, stay with us. We're gonna be having some closing looks right here at the 2021 Palos Hills Car Show. Is this your car, sir?
Yeah.
Oh no, it is we're TV guys, and I thought Starsky and Hutch was here, and I might have to run.
I got smaller and darker.
You look better than Hutch. I'm sorry if you guys were looking at the.
No, go ahead. We can start. So that's the original color back there. That's the original color showing. I like it. It was in process. Yeah. So it's a stock 302. I disconnected the AC. So, but I mean, the AC now with the refrigerator is so expensive. Oh, 40 bucks a pound. Yeah, it's alright. Well, they want to
You guys can hang around in the background. It's okay. We're gonna.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna get. I see you got your fan club. We're gonna get their names first. You, our first name?
Amy.
Amy.
Bob.
Eddie. Okay. These guys used to be glued to the TV on back in the day, right? No, I'm just kidding. The reruns, I know. Anyhow, we walked up on this car that's got a rich history. We're going to find out more about it. We're going to talk to the owner. And your name is?
Eladio Gaspar. How are you?
Okay, thanks, man. I thought I was walking onto a Hollywood shoot here, a remake, but I'm loving the sweater. Where'd you ever find that?
Hey, eBay is a treasure. It's my treasure, but my wife's worst enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the folks at home, tell them the history of why you were wearing that sweater.
Well, I got into law enforcement. Because of the show, I always wanted to be the police.
Okay.
So I became the police.
Very good.
I found this car in Chicago Ridge, but it wasn't like this.
All right.
It was in an apartment building. I hope the owner is watching. But, so I had it for approximately 16 years. Wow. During that 16 years, my wife said, what are you going to do with the car? And I said, well, it's up to you. Let me know when.
Yeah.
So she says, let's do something with the car. So finally, I sent it off. The whole suspension, the paint costed more than I paid for the car. Yeah. But the original car came from Anderson Ford. I don't know if you remember Anderson Ford over in Berwyn on Ogden Avenue. Oh, yes. So when they took the paint off, the Anderson sticker, unfortunately, I didn't keep it. It went to the garbage. But this car was from Anderson Ford in Berwyn.
Okay. Well, that's good. We got the verbal history on it. Yeah. Now, when you brought it to where it looks like today, well, first of all, did you have to do anything radical to the drivetrain?
No, it's still stock. The only thing I did to the bag was I got the air shocks.
Okay.
And pretty much just the air shocks. The fronts are 14s. The rims I found them in Crestwood, eBay.
Okay. Boy, all local too.
Yes. The rims they came from Georgia. Those are 15 by 8.5s.
Okay.
So those I got off of eBay, and those came from Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really impressed with the period correctness you brought this car to.
Oh yeah, I try to get it to as much as to the TV show, the original season 1, the one with the chrome mirrors. I like chrome, so
yeah. Nothing like a Torino to blow it out. You know. I gotta ask. I want to look at the stripe on the side here. I noticed. Did it always have the black pinstripe on it?
Yes, on the TV show. Now the Ford Torinos, the Starsky Hutch replicas from that Ford made out in 1976, they made approximately a little over 1,000.
Right.
So that did not have the black stripe. The show did have the black stripe.
Okay.
Now I bought the template from a guy in Indiana. It was Detective Brent. I think I don't know what happened to him. I tried to get another stripe kit, but unfortunately, he's not, it's no more.
Okay.
So I bought the stripe from Detective Brent, and then I gave it to the body shop guys, and then they put it on the car.
Gorgeous. The other thing before I walk away, I just have to ask, is there ever a time that you run to this car, flip over the hood?
No. There are so many people that want to jump over the car. I said, no, please, no.
It's not a Kodak moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do we got there? Okay.
Well, those are my two buddies.
Okay.
Actually, they cleaned up the car for me for today. So,
okay.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. We got some first names here. Your name is?
Phil.
Phil and?
Ray.
Ray. Okay, you guys are truly good friends. It looks beautiful.
I couldn't let him bring it out. Shop.
Oh, okay.
It was all dirty. I had to wash it. I was begging him, let me wash it.
Yeah.
So he finally let us put our magic on it, and that's the way it looks.
It does look magical.
Yes, it does. It looks awesome.
I was just asking him how often he's asked to take a running leap, jump across the hood, and hop in the...
Oh, you can't now because it's got fresh wax on it.
Oh, he'd slide
right across it. And he needs a step stool.
These guys are cut you. They don't cut you no slack over
no.
Right.
It's a rough crowd.
Anyhow, at this point, I'm going to grab a hand. Thank you.
No.
So much for stepping up. You brought this car where it should be.
Yes.
It looks great. Your attention to detail was off the top, and your research before you did it is very impressive.
A lot of research, a lot of Googling, internet, eBay.
Yeah.
My worst enemy. Thanks very much.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go, but thanks again, and enjoy this car every time you bring it out.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. I just want to say that Philly T is the one that detailed the car for me, so just look him up on Facebook.
Okay, no, that's fine. Mention him out because he's a superior job as throughout. So.
Yes.
Okay, have a good evening.
Thank you very much, sir.
On the road for a while. How far did you come to make it to tonight's show?
Well, it felt like 3 days, but no, we're in Cicero.
Okay, now that's a good jog, man.
We're not far.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, I've seen you around before.
You look familiar.
Yes, as you. It'll come to me, come to you. Anyhow, I'm blown away with this Falcon, dude.
No, thank you, thank you.
How long have you had it, and what did it take to get it?
All right,
here?
so
we can watch. What's your dog's name too?
Her name is Hot Rod Heidi.
Okay. I noticed Heidi had a place of distinction next to you in the front seat, next to the roll cage.
Well, if you look at the passenger door.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Look at the passenger door.
Okay, let's check this
out.
out.
Anything. All you got to do is look at the passenger door, and that'll tell you everything.
The inside.
Look at the door. Hot Rod Heidi.
Oh, God, I am so sorry. I'm looking everywhere, but I thought she did a little trick to get in the car.
My wife asked if she wanted her. I asked my wife if she wanted her name on the car. She said, "Nah, that's all right. Don't worry about it." I said, "Then again, she didn't go 1,000 miles and 26 hours nonstop to go get this with me.
Wow.
She did."
Where did it come from?
Car is actually an 8th Mile car from the East Coast.
Wow.
Kid in Michigan got the car, I think, in 17 or 18.
Okay.
I think 17. And he made it cool.
It is extraordinary. It's like stepping back in time. Man.
It sure is, man. So I got a 64 that I've had since the 90s, and a couple years ago I started turning it into something like this. But it's been in chassis shop hell for 2 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this came along. I was chasing the car for a while. I think it was like the beginning of 19, end of 18, beginning of 19, something like that. So I was chasing it for a while. So this kid took out the automatic. He put a top loader 4-speed. Got Liberty gears in it.
Ooh, okay.
No synchros. It's a blast to drive on the street.
But you got to cram that baby in gear, or what?
A few different ways.
Okay.
I mean, you double clutch it. I mean, if you're on it, just grab the gear.
Yeah, just pull
if you're cruising, you could either. I drive a truck, so it's really no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
I put 47s in it with a spool, good street gear.
Yeah.
The spool's nice on the street. Yeah.
A regular Ford 9-inch back there?
It's a 9-inch, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 9-inch.
Before we go any further, we got so involved with this car because it's such a beaut. I never got your name.
Oh, I'm Chopper Bobby.
Chopper Bobby, thank you.
Chopper Bobby and Hot Rod Heidi, man.
Hot Rod Heidi, what more could you ask? You take me through the drivetrain, but let's just start with the power plant too.
Okay, so the motor is it's a 351 base Windsor motor.
Okay.
And it's stroked to a 408. It's got forged internals. I'm not quite sure on the compression. They told me it was, this and that, and I'm playing it safe, keeping the timing down on the street and trying to run some good gas. It's supposed to be pump gas, but
yeah,
I hear a lot of horror stories. I haven't been in the motor. The motor was freshened up the last season that this car ran on the East Coast. They ran the 8th Mile gasser deal up in the New York area.
Okay. They have a lot of 8th Mile tracks up in that area?
Yeah,
that's the thing?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, that's pretty popular all over now. I mean, I know Southern Illinois and Indiana and down south.
Southern Illinois I heard of, and Southern
down
Indiana.
south.
Yeah,
down south, there's a lot of 8th Mile tracks. So, but with all the gasser thing and everything, I asked a lot of guys to run 8th. So the family ran the car. I guess they redid the motor in 16 or 17, I guess, the last season. They put one season of 8th Mile runs on it.
Okay.
This kid in Central Michigan got it. His name, it's the only thing I took off the car because this kid did such a great job. I call him a kid. I think he's in his 30s. His name is Josh Rod Whitford. And he's the Miller welding representative for the state of Michigan. So this was in Motorama, the Detroit show, I think in 19 or 18.
All right.
It was at the Miller booth. So he made the fender well, the stainless steel fender well headers. He fabbed those. He put this axle on it. It had an old Dodge A100 axle on it. He put this Speedway drop axle on it. The car was an automatic. I wouldn't have bought it if it was still an automatic, believe me.
Yeah.
I'd have 3 pedals. So he fabbed everything. He made a rollarized clutch linkage. He put in a Anson 2-piece scatter shield. Like I said, yeah. And it's pretty time period correct.
Okay. So. I'm just thinking with the history this car has got, and you've not you personalized it, yeah, but what I'm getting at is this has got to be recognized by people sometimes randomly when you go to a show.
You know what? Here's the deal, man. People ask me if it was a Holman and Moody car, and I'm like, I wish
that was in my repertoire. I was going to ask you that.
I wish it was. I mean, it looks the part and everything, but I'll tell you what. This kid that redid the car in Michigan, Josh Rod Whitford, this kid, one of his buddies did all of this is hand painted.
Wow.
All of this is hand painted.
Wow.
The only stickers are in the back window. All of this is one shot.
That is
all is one shot, and it will
workmanship.
never come off.
Oh yeah,
it will
that's
never
bulletproof, man.
Ever come off. I will never take the name. I love it the way it is.
And this day of everything being wrapped, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Thank you. I mean, there was reasons why I acquired this, and one of the main reasons is my 64. This is a 5, same body style. Mine's in chassis shop hell. It's been in chassis shop hell for a couple of years. Motor's done, trans is done, everything's done, but it's like body shop hell, I guess. So, and then with the COVID or whatever hit, then hard to get parts and hard to get this.
Everything froze up.
Everything froze up.
Yeah.
So this came along, and then it was actually gone. Older gentleman got it, and then he really didn't know what to do with it. So before he undid it,
yes,
the kid that did this like this, he said, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yeah, I was trying to get it from you. I was waiting for the price to come down."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, the old man's calling me. He thinks that this is vinyl. He wants to take the name off. He wants to put an automatic. He cut the door bars out." I said, "I'm gonna go save it." So me and this little girl,
Heidi went with you, huh?
She works with me. I drive a roll-off semi truck. So she works with me. She's a rescue off the streets of Chicago, literally.
God bless her.
So yeah, she's a sweetheart. So we worked 67 hours, had 3 hours of shit sleep, and and we went to my buddy Tommy Torker's in Coal City, got his trailer. So we're going the other way, and went, I don't know, like 60 miles north of Detroit.
Wow.
So 26 hours and 1,000 miles nonstop, me and her.
Wow, that's
that's dedication.
Dedication, but look at the fruit of your labor, man.
Yeah, well,
and
I changed a few things around. I'm still straightening stuff out, but I love it, man.
A couple of things before I walk away.
Yeah.
The red rims in the back.
Okay, here. So I love cheaters. I love vintage everything, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
I have a collection of cheater slicks.
Okay.
I just acquired those a few months ago. Those are super stock dragsters. So Mickey Thompson made those.
Right.
So I guess Mickey Thompson he wasn't happy with the quality of the cheaters back then and the slicks. A lot of them were recaps, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And
so those are not recaps.
Okay.
Those are not recaps. Mickey Thompson had those made.
All right.
As a matter of fact, so I was chasing those for a while. So them are the most beautiful pie cross. The white stripe, a lot of people don't like, and they don't like the red rims.
Got it.
But you know what?
That's the set off.
Listen, I got a buddy in Streeter, my buddy Randy, flat top, and he builds gassers for Nicky. So I bought these from a buddy of ours, a guy Dan, which if you're doing, you got to see his museum, man. He's got a Nicky Chevrolet museum out in Streeter.
Wow.
And I bought a bunch of cheater slicks from him and stuff from him. Great guy, great people out there, man. So, but I couldn't take these with me because they were on Randy's just finished a 59 Anglia. You had to see the car.
It's a little French car, isn't it? Or?
Yeah, 59 Anglia. It's red. It had Nicky on the sides when he was building it.
Okay.
But it's just all red. It's an altered wheelbase. It's shorter than this.
Okay.
And it's a small block 4-speed car. It's a show piece. I mean, but he was driving it on the street when the Power Tour was coming through Streeter the other day. The drag week. When the drag week was coming through. So anyway, he had these on his Studebaker 53 Stud that he's going to make an altered wheelbase, injected Hemi. So Dan brought him over, put him on the back, and said, "Here, you give him a little incentive to get going, you know."
Yeah.
So I couldn't take him with me. I said, "I'll be back in a month, and by that time you'll find some roll-arounds." He said, "Yeah, no problem." So they were ready for it, and they were ready on red rims, and so I just bolted them up to this.
It's like perfect for when you show the car, drive it. It just gives it the right, more of the right look.
Yeah, I was a little worried because I never drove these on the street, and this is a little far to be driving these. But I'll tell you what, these are not dry rotted at all.
All right, I was gonna say again, it's so dark I can't even see whatever threads patterns left.
They're not. Here, hang on one second. Heidi, here.
Hey, we're gonna.
Heidi, she'll be okay.
Certainly.
Sit. Be a good girl. Sit.
Daddy's just gonna go over here. He's gonna get a light. How we doing on time back there? Okay. Sorry, folks. This is such an exciting car and a rare find. And I have little Heidi with us here right now too.
There we go.
Here we go. Come on, baby.
So these are right there, upside down, super stock dragsters, pie crust. They're 4-groove.
There you go.
4-groove cheaters. Oh, you got my bad side right there. Baddest spot, the worst spot in the car. Anyway, yeah. So those are Mickey Thompsons, 9950 14s, super stock dragsters. Now, I've been chasing these for a long time. A guy just put another pair on Marketplace about 4 weeks ago, and they actually have in front of the super stock, in front of the script, they have MT, M/T, Mickey Thompson, and then behind it. So he kind of schooled me in these. I guess these are the first run. They don't have the Mickey Thompson on it.
Still though, I'm looking at the condition of these. They were stored very well.
Yeah,
there's no dry rot in the sidewall at all.
No, look at them.
So as long as
they're nice.
No, as long as these were in like a climate controlled, out of the sun stuff, you know, you're good.
Yeah, I just rolled on. Me and her 2 months ago went to a couple shows. I picked up a pair of Hearst cheater slicks.
Okay.
And I put them on Ford stamped chrome reverse rims. So I switch things up all the time, man.
Which is good because you freshen it up too, you know.
Yeah,
and whatever your mood's in before you go to a show.
Spending, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without spending a super lot. But
Anyhow, at this point, Chopper, I'm going to say thank you, dude, so much for stepping up. I know you got here late, and
thank you. Did you get a shot of the inside?
Yeah, we did when we were talking. We did when it was a little more light.
So I had a Vertigate in here, the old inline Vertigate shifter.
Right.
And just to prove to myself that this old buzzard can still roll through the gears and the H pattern. There's a guy up in Caledonia, Illinois that rebuilds shifters, man. He's excellent. So I actually had him rebuild me another Vertigate, you had a Hearst ramrod, and then you had a Mr. Gasket. You had a Hearst ramrod. They were inline 4-speeds, where you just picked up the lever for first, and you just went back, second, forward, third, and back fourth with no H pattern, just straight up and down.
Okay.
And then it's got a separate lever for reverse.
Okay.
So I had him rebuild me another one of those because Hearst made one, and Mr. Gasket. The Mr. Gasket actually works better.
Okay.
And then I had him build me this one.
Is it relatively a short throw?
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's just forward, back.
Okay.
Yeah. But
it's better than doing the H pattern.
No, well, you know what? I wanted
from second to third.
You know what? I wanted to prove to myself I still had it. So before I took it to the track.
Oh, no
I took it to the track about a month ago, 41.
Yeah.
And I put this in purposely.
How'd it feel?
It felt great, and I actually beat one of my buddies from down in Tonega. He's got a 57 gasser. He put a Jericho in it with a Johnny Hightower. It's a Vertigate, but it's like, this is new stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's like
and
it's news to me on that one.
It's like, you know, it's like butter. Eventually, I'll probably put a Jericho in this, you know. But you know what? This old top loader's working good, man.
Dude.
So yeah, we had a blast though. We had a blast. Area 41 nostalgia drags.
Yeah.
It was a good time. You guys got to come out to that.
We'll get down there. It's running late already. This seemed like this summer really went by fast.
Now, who are you? What show are you?
Well, we'll tell you about it off camera.
Okay.
That way, because
you know who you reminded me of?
Go for it.
You know who you reminded me of. Right away. Come on, man.
This is a loaded. We got a little smoking Nova back there. This is a loaded question. I feel like I'm walking into a left hook.
Oh man. You remember Bill?
I'm going to say the guy's last name. But
yeah. Say it.
No. Okay.
Where's all your girls with the feathers?
I knew it.
You reminded when you walked up. I had to take. I'm like,
go,
Bill,
whoa,
you got younger, man. You almost sound like him a little bit.
You got younger, and I think he's taller than I am. He's
about
taller.
your height.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the girls threw me off with.
With the big feathers.
On camera right now is David Paninsky. He owns AC Variety, and how often, Dave? How often do we get that comparison?
Countless, baby.
Countless.
Well, you know what though? But it's a good comparison because Bill's always a class act, man.
He was the pioneer to get
class act.
This kind of stuff we're doing right now to get it all rolling.
We used to see him on his motorcycle. What did he have? Like Yamahas and stuff. He Yeah, but
There's
we used
still
to
a lot of old footage of him
Yeah.
up on YouTube. And
Yeah, we used to see him all the time. We used to see him everywhere, man. Bill was good. Is Bill still around? He's still around, right?
From what we hear, and I can't say this is fact. He's not feeling too well these
Okay.
days, so he's not as mobile as he used to be. But he's still around. He's still up on the north side, I understand.
Right. Well, Bill,
that much I don't know about
we
him.
wish you the best,
Yeah,
Bill,
if you-
because
and
we love you,
we've
man.
often, yes, and
Dude,
we've
man,
often
we love
said
you,
that.
Bill.
We've
really?
often said that whenever
because
we
if
get
it
shot.
wasn't for you, I mean, you opened up the door, Bill. You opened up the door for a lot of people, a lot of things, and bringing younger generations into the sport. Helping to do that was key, Bill. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and we need you again too to do it. Just to get it. But anyhow, listen, I'm going to grab a hand,
Thank
man.
you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out, and anytime we're going to look for this car. Anytime you're out and about, and we're out and about.
So how do
we'll
I
see you
find
again.
out about you guys? Then?
We'll get you right now. Let him do a close out here, and I'll give you a card. Okay.
So, not sure if you can see, but this is Clem here closing things out. We want to give a big shout out to Scott McCauley, who'll put on this cruise night. Not really a replacement, but something in place of Dukes for the time being. So, we had fun time seeing familiar faces, meeting some new friends, and having some great barbecue. For more information on the productions, go to acridey.com. And hey, if you got Instagram, check me out, instagram.com/hangingwithclem. And remember, you're hanging with Clem at Cruise Night in Palos Hills.